All right, Martin, thank you so much for participating in our interviews once again. And our first question is, what is networking and how important it is in business and civil society?
Well, networking, as you probably know, it's building the network of friends, of relationships, of partners in business and in generally in life. Yeah, you always do it from the very beginning of your life. Yeah, you always do it as a student, as a employee, as an employer, both in your private and your business life. For me, well, I think it's important because building trust and building relationships with people helps you doing business and helps you live generally in society.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. And what would you say how to create networks from scratch?
From scratch? Well, you have to be open and you have to like people, yeah, because the main thing about network is the relationship. Yes, it's the relationship between you and your partner and your colleague. And if you're not open and you are not able to communicate with people, yeah, and you don't like to communicate and to meet people, it will be hard for you to make a good network. Yeah? Because first of all, you have to have people in your network, yeah, and they are the most important. And then, if you have people, I would say a lot of people, but it's dependable. If you have people around you, then you try to find who of them is a good contact and it can help you with your business life. Yeah, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what would you say? How should we maintain those contacts, those business relations?
Generally, it is said that you have to contact a person once in 2 weeks, yeah, to maintain the relation, yeah. But it's quite hard because if you have, I don't know, 500, 700, 1,000 people in your network, you will be you will be doing nothing but communicating with them every two weeks. So it is very it's very hard to say actually, yeah, because you have to feel the relationship you have with the person, and you have to feel what things this person expects from you. Yes, because I have partners, business partners, which I communicate once in 2 months or once in a year, and we have a very good relation, and we always communicate when we need each other. Yeah, when we need each other's help or contact. But I have also people who contact with me quite often, like once a week or once in 2 weeks, and it's also very helpful. So it depends on the people and on the relationship you have with them. Yeah.
Thank you. And when it's about Poland, what would you say? Where can we find contacts? What are the best places or occasions for it?
You make contacts every day, yeah, because every time you go to work, you go to the copy, you go to school or any other places, you make contacts with people, yeah, and you you see if it is valuable, yeah, because when you talk to the person, yeah, you can estimate whether it is a nice guy or a lady or a guy, or if it is helpful if you have common interests, if you have common topics. So that's every time. So it's very good to talk to people and to change topics during this call. From my experience, when I met with, for example, business partners or potential business partners, we have an agenda to discuss. Yeah. And then when we finalize this agenda, I always ask them, and what do you do more? Yeah. And what are the interesting things you do in your life, in your business? And it is very common that this agenda is less important and less interesting, then these topics we start after the agenda, because sometimes I had a couple of situations in my business life when we discussed one thing, and actually we made something completely different. So that's one thing. The second thing is, of course, you can attend the business meetings and then that are and business clubs and the business organizations that are quite common in Poland. But from my experience, it seems that it depends what kind of business or what kind of relationship you expect, because these clubs, these meetings, they have very specific people who attend them. Mostly, these are people who want to sell you something, and if you don't have if you don't have the need to buy, it's a waste of time. So you have to carefully expect, and you have to carefully plan. Why do you go there, and what do you expect from such meeting? That's the second thing, I would say. And the third, try to meet people every time you have the opportunity to do it, and talk to them most you can, and on different topics, because you don't know where this new partner, new guy, new colleague would be important to you, and would be able to make a business with you.
And what about abroad, when you want to establish relations abroad? How do we make it?
It's quite hard for me, because I mainly work in Poland, and mostly my business relations are here in Poland. However, international organizations are quite a good start, because I used to be a member of the board of the national board of big NGO, and we have good relations with other organizations from abroad. And from this time, I have quite a lot of colleagues abroad in other European countries. So that may be the good idea. And of course, the social media, because you have LinkedIn and other social media channels that you can meet people. So it's quite easy. But if you want to do it in the real life, I would start with business organizations or any other organizations that have international contacts.
And would you say you have a different different approach to foreign and Polish partners? Do you have different approach with them?
No. Well, you have to be. You are who you are. It doesn't depend who you are for the foreigners and for the people in for your countrymen. But sometimes you have to think over what and how to approach people from other countries and from other culture. Because in Poland we share the same culture, and it's quite easy to discuss business or any other things with our countrymen. However, if you contact, for example, with people I don't know from different culture, I mean from outside Europe, you have to think how would you do it, and what you do it not to harm your business contact, because you talk differently to people from, for example, Saudi Arabia, and quite different to the Americans. So you have to have this cultural context in your mind when you do such things.
And when it's about presenting yourself, what are the best ways for you, and what elements can help it?
Be professional, and be real. That's the most important things I see today, because what I see most lately, the people are unprofessional. It's not nice to say. However, there are a lot of people who are, for example, not punctual. For example, who don't communicate with you in the way they should. For example, they told you they will send you an email in 2 days, and it doesn't happen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the most important thing. And the second thing, be real, because try to find the things you are really good at, and
Mm-hmm.
try to find the things that are important to you and are mm, good for your business life. Yeah? Because if you will try to lie, I will say
Mm-hmm.
it frankly, it will only be a harm to you. Yeah. So because it is quite easy to find such a lie. Yeah. So these are things. Of course, but these are obvious things. Yes. Try to make your professional portfolio. Try to make your CV. Yeah. Try to build new things and new things to add to your CV. Yeah, try some maybe some uh, social tasks. Yeah, you do
Mm-hmm.
try to find your business task, because all the things that you do and all the things are you do outside business are in plus. Yeah, try to find something
Mm-hmm.
interesting you do. Yeah, that's
Yes.
also obvious, but people say, because I was never in a position that I had to apply for a job, like
Mm-hmm.
sending CV and so on. It was always done by network, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But try to find something interesting you do, something interesting you like. Yeah, because I used to be in a position when I was the head of big units, that I was hiring people. Yeah? So after discussing this professional information, I always try to talk with people about what they like, what they do, what's important to them, how they
Mm-hmm.
see themselves in a couple of years. So it's also quite important, yeah? Especially when you're applying, or when you're looking your first contacts, or,
Mm-hmm.
or applying for a first job, because I estimate that you don't have a great CV. That yeah, so try to find something positive. Yes, maybe your positive approach, maybe your interesting ideas. Yeah, that these are the things that could be in plus for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You already mentioned lots of golden rules for young entrepreneurs, but as a last question, I want to ask you to advise
Uh-huh.
us and young entrepreneurs who want to create a non-governmental organization. What
Mhm.
would you be your advice?
But you mean entrepreneurs, or people who want to
Young
create?
people who want to start non-governmental organization to create their own.
Mm,
What could be the
okay.
first steps for them?
The first and the most important thing, for me, because I'm a legalist. Yeah, that's that's who I am. Find all the laws and all the rules concerning this thing. Yeah, because finding people and doing things is quite easy. Yeah,
Mhm.
because probably when you want to establish an NGO and you have some goals to achieve, it would be really easy for you. But when I see NGOs starting, they have problems with legal aspects,
Mhm.
and they have problems with, for example, accountancy, yeah, and financial aspects. So these are the things that are not the most important in NGOs, but are actually very hard to do for people. Yeah, because
Mhm.
you have to do nice, good things, and to do important things. Yeah, you have to have all this backup. Yeah, you have to have legal aspects ready, and you have to have this. I would say basis. Yeah, because it gives you the opportunity to act well. Yeah,
Mhm.
because when you have a good basis. Sorry. When you have the good uh, the good basis for all the things you want to do, it's easy to act. Yeah, it's easier
Mhm.
for you to act. That's the things that people at the beginning they don't see, because they have a lot of enthusiasm. They want to do a lot of good things, but the basis is very important if you want to build good working organization. Yeah, so that's the first thing. The second thing, find good contacts. Yeah, because raising money for NGOs is quite hard. Yes, so try to find some people who will be your, I would say, NGO angels. Yeah, who will support you with money or with opportunities to find money, like grants, like external funding. That's also the important thing, because money matters. Yeah, even in NGOs. Yeah, because when you want to act, have to have funds for your organizations, for functioning. Yes, so that's the second thing. And the third thing, try to be open for people, because I don't know what kind of NGOs you want to start, whether it's a foundation or whether it's an association. It depends. If you want to have foundation, you need more money than people. If you want to have an association, you need people. Yeah. Because in Poland, as far as I remember, you have to have 15 people to establish an association. So try to find how many people you need in your country, and find people who will support you and who will be a good partners in such actions. So I think that's the most important three parts. And then you will find another and another and another as during during your adventure with NGOs, during the building of your organization.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Martin, for this interesting interview. And yes, this was the last question, and I'm really honored to be interviewer for this interview. And yes, I will wish you a nice day.